Shame, shame, shame.
Shame TV East Watch, your host Derek Jones. Welcome to another show. Today's going to be a quick video, just a little Tommy Sotomayor audio. We want to know which Tommy Sotomayor are you? What are your real intentions? Because as of right now, we can say that listening to some of your audio, Tommy Sotomayor is indeed a walking contradiction. 1 minute he says one thing, 1 minute he says something else that's completely contradictory towards what he just said prior. So we're going to have just a small video to touch on that and to look in that, and a small quick commentary just to see if we, um, black people, all people I guess who listen to his show, see if we can come to some sort of understanding of where are you really coming from, bro.
Shame, shame, shame.
Let's go in. Here we go.
Yo, I just got checked by this white dude on the plane. He got me told too, y'all. That white dude got me right though. He went off on me. I'm dead ass. He went up on me about my content. He waited on me after I got off the plane. Is the connections better now, I think? Yo, he waited on me after I got off the plane. He walked up to me as I was walking by, and I guess he saw that a lot of other people noticed who I was as I got on the plane. And he said, "You're a radio personality, right?" And I was like, "Yeah." I said, "You a fan of mine?"
No,
He
you're
said,
not
"No,
a
I'm
radio
not."
personality.
So when he said, "No, I'm not," I'm shocked a little bit that this white dude would walk up on me and tell me he's not a fan of what I do.
Shame, shame, shame.
Now, in a small clip that I played, you heard him say he was surprised that a European man would run up on him and have a problem with his content.
Shame, shame, shame.
One of the reasons he's surprised that a European man would probably have problems with his content is because, like I said before, his content is geared for white America. It's geared for um, the people who love to ignore white America's crimes, the white Americans who do not acknowledge their part in the problems that black people currently exist in, and will probably in the future will exist in until these things are eradicated. First off, before they can even be eradicated, addressed. But Tommy Sotomayor he was surprised. He admitted it himself. Apparently, when he was in the airport, he was approached by a white man who doesn't like the things that he says. And we all know what Tommy Sotomayor says. There's no white person that has a problem with anything that Tommy Sotomayor says politically, because he doesn't really speak about things politically. There's no white person who has anything to any problem with what he says, because he doesn't teach anything. He's not a teacher. He doesn't even purport himself to be such. But apparently, this white man had a problem with the way that he's bashing his own people, the same way his own people have a problem with it. So it's not just whoever this white guy is. You're not the only one. But
Shame,
you caught him
shame,
off guard
shame.
because most Europeans like his content and love his content because of the shit he talks about black people, which does one major thing. It allows them to ignore and forget simultaneously all the crimes that they commit in this country, all the facts that they don't even get, half the crimes that they commit don't even get written down as crimes. They get dropped to lesser crimes and things of this nature. And this is Tommy Sotomayor's fan base. And he knows this. So all this talk about black people are your major fan base, trying to bring up black women, shame.
Shame. Shame. Shame.
Now we're gonna move on to something a little different. Now we know that Tommy Sotomayor talks about Shaniqua and he talks about the police killing Jaquan and myself. He says this multiple times. We've all heard it. There's no need for me to pull up any audio of Tommy Sotomayor talking about how he wants the cops to kill all niggas out. He doesn't mind when the cops shoot niggas and these things, and he doesn't really care. How black people need to stop begging white people for things, and stop how black women need to stop being like trying to be like white women. I don't know where like he gets that shit
Shame.
from, but whatever.
Shame.
So
Shame.
we all know that that's his content. We all know that that's how he built his major fan base, which is white America. Now we're going to hear Tommy Sotomayor in a different light. And we'll see, and we'll come back and we'll comment about it and we'll talk about it. All right, guys?
Thought that I was gonna go along with the bullshit because the white chick come from the middle, black people teach us how to be real. That's an ether right. How many of y'all have heard me say the worst thing that ever happened is I listen to when white people come, I get more mad at them than anybody else because I get pissed at them because they think that they can civilize us. Because they think that they can do the whole higher learning to us. I don't need you to tell me common sense. I know common sense, motherfucker. I taught you mathematics. I taught you. I taught you this shit. And the difference between me and the Umar Johnsons and all that shit, I actually believe it. So you can't tell me anything more than I know. Matter of fact, I can teach you more than you know.
Shame. Shame. Shame.
Because they think that they can civilize us. Because they think that they can do the whole higher learning to us. I don't need you to tell me common sense. I know common sense, motherfucker. I taught you mathematics. I taught you. I taught you this shit. And the difference between me and the Umar Johnsons and all that shit, I actually believe it. So you can't tell me anything more than I know. Matter of fact, I can teach you more than you know. I learned that from the Nigerians.
Now he's learning from Nigerians.
Shame. Shame. Shame.
Now what you just heard was what I call pro-black Tommy. Okay, this is a different Tommy Sotomayor. All right, he wasn't approached by that white person, by that white man, for saying things like you just heard him say. That's not why he was approached. All right. So Tommy Sotomayor has two faces. The two faces of Tommy Sotomayor. One face he presents to the world that he's a happy-go-lucky coon who has no problem with denigrating his people on the public airways for a fan base that he knows is the cause of them being in a lot of the states that black people exist in right now. Let's just cut the shit. With systemic racism, Reconstruction, reparations, where are they? And things of that nature. He knows he's catering to a fan base who's generally teetering on the racist side. Okay? But it will allow black people like himself to come on as long as he says the things that they want to hear. Then you have the other face of Tommy Sotomayor, who is this pro-black historian, teacher of white people. He knows his heritage and his history. He knows that black people are the inventors and creators on the planet. But you don't hear this rhetoric that he just spewed outside, surrounded by a bunch of black men, being spewed in his house, or whatever house that is that he's renting, or whoever lets him stay there, on his YouTube podcast. You never hear those things, ever. Especially the way you just heard it right there. Shame TV Eastwatch,
Shame.
your host Derek Jones. This has just been another small video
Shame.
that I wanted to point out the two faces of Tommy Sotomayor, contradictory on purpose. Catch you in the next video.
Shame.
It'll probably be a
Shame.
live stream this evening, so you guys can
Shame.
call in at the new call-in number. Like, comment, share, subscribe, and I guess that's it.